Boulder County hit by flash floods. Make MSN your homepage. Sign in. MSN News. MSN News. Web. Images. Videos. News. Maps. Search. Home. Thus 2016 election blog. Recall report blog. Crime and justice. World. Science and tech. Pop culture. In-depth. Photos. Video. Boulder calls for thousands more to evacuate. Getty Images. Andy Cross, The Denver Post. 3 vehicles crashed into a creek after the road washed out from beneath them in Broomfield, Colo. 3 minutes ago. P. Solomon Banda of Associated Press. Share. Tweet. Email. The week of heavy rain sent huge floods down mountainsides across Colorado, killing at least 3 and prompting officials in Boulder to issue evacuation orders. Leon, Colo. Fires with rain still falling and the flood threat still real. Authorities called on thousands more people in the inundated city of Boulder and a mountain hamlet to evacuate as nearby creeks rose to dangerous levels. The late-night reports from Boulder and the village of El Dorado Springs came as rescuers struggled to reach dozens of people cut off by flooding in Colorado mountain communities, while residents in the Denver area and other downstream communities were warned to stay off flooded streets. Colorado flooding leaves 3 people dead. 20 hours ago. Duration, 0 minutes and 57 seconds. Views, 13K. The towns of Leon, Jamestown and others in the Rocky Mountain foothills have been isolated by flooding and without power or telephone since rain hanging over the region all week intensified late Wednesday and early Thursday. At least 3 people were killed and another was missing, and numerous people were forced to seek shelter up and down Colorado's populated Front Range. Late Thursday night, warning sirens blared in Boulder and city officials sent notice to about 4,000 people living along Boulder Creek around the mouth of Boulder Canyon to head for higher ground, according to Boulder's Daily Camera newspaper. The alert was prompted by rapidly rising creek levels caused by water backing up at the mouth of the canyon because of debris and mud coming off the mountainsides, the City Office of Emergency Management said. The creek began to recede after midnight, but the conditions remain dangerous and a surprising amount of water is still flowing into the city's streets, Police Chief Mark Bettner told the Daily Camera after touring the damage. Early Friday, Boulder County spokesman James Burris said the entire hamlet of El Dorado Springs, about 500 people, was urged to evacuate because of a flash flood and mudslide threat along South Boulder Creek. In Fort Collins, neighborhoods along the Cache-la-Poudre River were evacuated overnight, with the river expected to rise to nearly 2 feet above flood stage Friday morning, according to the National Weather Service. City officials in Fort Collins closed bridges after water began topping Seaman Reservoir in the Poudre Canyon, the Denver Post reported. The city warned residents to stay clear of the river. In Leon, residents took shelter on higher ground, including some at an elementary school. Although everyone was believed to be safe, the deluge was expected to continue into Friday. There's no way out of town. There's no way into town. So, basically, now we're just on an island, said Jason Stillman, 37, who was forced with his fiancée to evacuate their home in Leon at about 3 a.m. after a nearby river began to overflow into the street. The Colorado National Guard began trucking people out of Leon on Thursday evening. To the north, residents along the Big Thompson Canyon in Larimer County, scene of the deadliest flash flood in state history, were also evacuated. The Big Thompson River flooded in 1976 after about a foot of rain fell in just 4 hours, killing 144 people. Early Friday, the National Weather Service warned of more flash flooding in Loveland, according to the Post. NOAA reported that the Big Thompson River at Drape was more than 4 feet above its flood stage of 6 feet. Water roaring across U.S. Highway 36 south of Leon prevented residents from leaving the Crestview subdivision, so Howard Waptel arranged for someone to meet him at a roadblock for a ride to a gas station. He needed more gasoline to keep his generator running so he could pump water out of his basement. This is more like something out of the Bible. I saw one of my neighbors building an ark, he joked, over the sound of the rushing water. President Barack Obama signed an emergency declaration Thursday night, freeing federal aid and allowing the Federal Emergency Management Agency to coordinate disaster relief efforts. The rain has been produced by a low-pressure system that has been stationed over Nevada since late Sunday, said National Weather Service meteorologist Todd Dankers in Boulder.